hope our mics are working, Jerry. We don't know.
Testing.
Yes.
Testing. One,
We
two.
won't know until you tell us that we did it right or wrong, to be honest with you.
Hang on, it's making me all.
Well, I
We're
got
gonna
a
hope. Worst case scenario.
Wait. Let me put mine
We
up
have
higher.
regular sound quality, people. Testing. 1, 2. Fancy chicks.
We are going to do
Oh
that.
no, that's so cute. We look so professional.
We look more professional than we used to.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. 1, 2, 3. Chicks
Chicks
here.
here.
Hey guys. Sorry, it's been a minute. Had
It
some
has.
things going on. Today we are talking about things that would make a team essentially fail over the road.
Why teams fail.
Why teams fail. Well, we've talked about successes and we will talk about them more, but really things that we believe as a team you should check into and make sure that you and your teammate are on the same page about these areas to make your lifestyle in trucking successful, or in expediting at least successful. So
Absolutely. And we've got a lot of experience here because we've seen a lot of very successful teams, and we've seen a lot of teams that come out with the best of intentions. And just things happen in the truck that cause them not to be able to stick with it.
same household teams and
long-term.
non-same household teams. We're speaking on both here.
Absolutely, absolutely. No team is immune, I suppose. I mean, you can think you know everything that there is to know about this, and you know we encourage you all the time to do all the research you possibly can before making the decision to make this career change or make the jump. But when you do, we are always just trying to give you the best information to help you be successful. And what we've noticed.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got something
I know.
to say. I just have something to say.
We're out of practice.
For same household teams, I was just thinking the biggest key for me would be communication. Unless you have a husband like mine who just automatically says, yes, you are right, and love you, kind of cowers down and, lets me roll on, and that discourages a lot of arguments. Making sure you and your partner have communication is the biggest factor, in my opinion. So.
I would agree with that. It definitely matters because you're literally a team, again, 50-50, and one of you is going to be sleeping and the other one's going to be up, and vice versa. That's the way this works in this team scenario. So you have to both also, when you're communicating, have the same priorities, so to speak. You want to make sure you have the same financial goals, that you both are in it for whatever it is that works for you so that you're on the same page and working towards the same goal. That matters. You can have someone that might want to work a little harder than another person in a situation, and that can cause problems.
Such as home time. Like if you have someone, Hyfield requires that you and your teammate are over the road a minimum of 75% of the month. So our more successful teams have the ability to stay out longer. So if you have one teammate who needs to go home every 3 weeks and one teammate who is like, no, I want to stay out and run 6-7 weeks, that's probably not going to work because that ultimately all ties in together for the financial goals, right?
Correct.
Endorsements. If you have one that has their hazmat and the other one's not willing to get it, probably not going to work because having those endorsements opens up a substantial amount of opportunities for you, of load opportunities. So if you have someone who's just not willing to get it, well, that deters the team from being able to, or prevents the team from being able to
run those
loads. And so that, again, would tie in with financial goals.
And you may not start out with the same endorsements, but like Delina was saying, you basically want to make sure that everyone's got the same, willingness to achieve the same endorsements that the other person does, or get their hazmat and tanker, or whatever it is that you want to do, kind of thing.
Specifically on non-same household teams, if you went to school with someone or you've met someone while over the road in other positions, what have you, and you guys have decided to go over the road together, make sure you communicate. Cleanliness is a big one. If you have one that's a smoker and one that's not, it may not work out. One that has a dog or a couple of dogs and one that's not really a dog person, you want to make sure you've had those conversations. We've had teams that have not had that conversation. They don't realize one's a smoker with a dog until they get into the truck, and clearly that didn't work out. So
right on, yeah. I mean, there are deal breakers for everybody. You want to make sure, we find that it works out best too when the same people have some of the same lifestyle desires. When that truck's parked and you're not running over the weekend and you've got one teammate that's chomping at the bit going, let's go do. I don't want to do anything. I mean, sometimes that can cause problems too. So if you guys are looking to have the same adventures, or whether all you want to do when you're down is shop or go to movies or whatever it is you want to do, you want to find someone that's going to enjoy that lifestyle with you as well. We find that that tip tends to give us some of the best teams as well. You want to make sure you live in the same area because your home time matters. And the
We're not
truck's still
saying
on
that that couldn't work, but
That's
we
true.
have found that typically it doesn't. It does become problematic during
Yeah.
home time.
Especially if someone lives in Florida and someone lives in New York. You know, that truck's only going to go one way or the other, and then you've got the extra added expense of time if you want to go home after wherever the truck makes it. So
Unless the two
that
of
time
you,
is done together at the same time.
yeah,
So.
unless the two of you have decided, okay, we're going to take this home time in Florida and this week in New York, unless you two have worked
Sure.
that out, which we have seen,
Yes.
then it will become problematic during home time. So
Absolutely.
maybe if you're not a cook, make sure your teammate can cook. I mean,
Because you can't cook in these trucks. Keep that in mind.
You can cook in these trucks. Going back to downtime, a lot of campgrounds and facilities will allow our commercial vehicles into their facilities and on their properties. So do you two want to get out and hike or go to ball games or just hang out? And that's okay if you have separate interests, but just making sure it all kind of ties in together. So
I would think so too. So,
communication,
yeah.
financial goals, cleanliness. I don't know,
Work
you'll have-
ethic. I mean, location. You know, all of those things do matter. So we're not trying to discourage anyone from taking a leap of faith here and doing something like driving if that's something you're interested in. But we would rather you think about things that you might not have thought of before that just add an extra layer to your success or to making sure you're successful.
Absolutely.
That's
Get
what we're
yourself
here
a
for.
teammate. Give us a call.
That's
We're
right.
here.
If you have any questions or comments or anything you want to hear us talk about, you know that we'd love to hear from you. So,
Or even struggles you're having looking for a teammate. Anything like that, comment it below. Let's hear about it.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Chicks out.
Checks out.